Okay, so what I would like to look at in this video is using applications that integrate to Google Classroom really seamlessly. So the site I'm on right now is Adobe Spark. It's free and it's a beautiful graphic and video creation utility. When I come to the landing page, what I'm going to choose to do is continue with Google because that makes everything so easy with working back and forth into my Google Drive using Adobe Spark. So it'll take me a second to log in, but you can see I've used it before. I've got lots of things in here. And up at the top here is our plus. So when we click on the plus, right now it's showing me some examples of everything. I could look at examples of graphics, of web page landing designs, or of videos. And honestly, Adobe Spark is a wonderful utility, both for students and for teachers, for content creation. Today, we're going to create a graphic. And it gives me some examples that I can start with, and I can take one of these and edit it. Or I could totally, up at the top here shows me, I could start from scratch. I usually look through and see if there's something I can springboard off before I start from scratch. And today I'm going to use this one because I like the brightly colored border and I like the use of fonts on it. I'm going to change some of the images, but that is so easy. So Spark opens it up onto a work screen and I've got some choices over here. Because we're really looking at Google Classroom in this video, I'm not going to dwell very long on Adobe Spark. I'm going to click on this butterfly. You can see it's selected. I don't really want it in this particular image. It doesn't apply. So I can either hit the delete button, the garbage can up here, or I can hit the backspace key on my keyboard to get rid of it. Same with this little set of patterns. I also don't want that, so I'm going to just get rid of it. This, I'm going to just slide it down, click and drag, move those words to the bottom. And now I've got a nice space set up for an image. So what I want to do is I want to create an image just to ask my students if Hurricane Dorian is a result of climate change. So hurricane can be the title. Okay, so now I've got the graphic set with hurricane. I will be changing this text in a minute, but I want to get the image I'm going to use in this gray space first. So what we're seeking now is a hurricane image to add to that graphic that we're making. And it's such a popular search term these days that I can see Hurricane Dorian right there at the top. So we'll go into that and we'll go into the images. And we just want a nice image to go onto that graphic that we're creating. Now this one's pretty good. That'll show text fairly well, but I just want to look at a few more before I commit to that one. This one. This is exactly what I had in mind for that. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to choose Save Image As. Now I'm on my Chromebook, so right away it's going to show me into my Google Drive. So I could place the image right in the drive, or I've got all kinds of subfolders that I could choose to put it in. So I'm going to go into Google Photos and I can create a new folder. So I'm going to create a new folder and I'm just going to call it Hurricanes. I will click on that and open it. This is just so very much like using any other computer, whether it's Windows or a Mac, whatever you're familiar with. This is really not that different. Down here, I can change the name of the file. So I'm going to call it Dorian, and I'm going to save it. So now it says download complete, and it is in my Google Drive. So I can carry on into Adobe Spark and pull that image from Drive. Back over to Adobe Spark. I want to add that image now. I'm going to click the plus button to add. I want to add a photo, and I need to go into my Google Photos. So check that out. Connect to Google Photos. Nice. So if I connect to Google Photos, it's going to ask me to sign in. No problem. So I'm going to hit allow. And now when the Adobe Spark reloads, I'm going to have a choice on the side when I add now to add a photo. And look, it shows that my photos are connected and my drive's connected. I can disconnect them if I want, but I did put it in Google Photos and then I put it into that separate folder. Maybe the easier way would be to just go into Google Drive. And we'll just give it a second to look in there. Okay, I'm going to scroll down to the folder called Google Photos. we created a folder called Science Images, and there's my Dorian image. So I'm going to select that, and that's going to come in now into my little project I'm making here. Okay, I could move this up a little bit. I could make it bigger just by clicking and dragging. Make that a little bit bigger, and then down here I'm going to double click, and I'm going to ask my students, Hurricane Dorian, a result of climate change. I'll hit the done button. I can expand this just by doing a little drag, move it down a bit. And now I've got a fairly nice image to compel a discussion, a conversation, or student writing, whatever your purpose in the classroom be. All I've got to do now is hit the share button. So when I click on share, you'll see right there, one of the choices is Classroom. I can send this directly into Google Classroom from Adobe Spark. So when I click on Classroom, it brings up all of my classes, so I can choose which class I'm posting it to. So let's post it to the Google Classroom one. And I can choose the action with it. So am I creating an assignment or a material, or am I making an announcement? Let's create a material. And when I hit go, it's going to bring up that very familiar Google Classroom screen that you're very acclimatized to using. So I'm going to call it Hurricane Dorian Discussion. Please. Okay, please look at the following image and be prepared to give your perspective. I can select a topic if I wish to go that route, and I'm going to hit post. And this is going to put it in my classroom. You have posted to your class. So let's just move this out of the way for a moment, and we'll use this little waffle over here. Let's go to Classroom and let's see it. If I open up Google Classroom Professional Learning, and there it is. New material, Hurricane Dorian Discussion. When I open that, you can see that I've got an image attached. Please look at the following, and if I click it open, it's going to show my students that image to compel the discussion I'm wishing to have in my class. Again, the purpose of this video was less so how to use Adobe Spark, though it is a bit of a side benefit, but much more about the fact that there are a lot of utilities out there that will allow you to share directly into your Google Classroom, making it just one more reason why Google Classroom is such a valuable tool for teachers.